album is called Appeal to Reason. We have the band standing by, Rise Against. Zach and Tim are here. Gentlemen, come on in. What's going on, Zach? How are you, buddy? Tim, good to see you again, man. Oh, gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Yo, we're doing great. Thanks for having us.
Hey. Thanks for coming. Always a pleasure. I heard your acoustic performance. Sounds good. Look forward to it later on in the show.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Now, I got to tell you guys, I was looking forward to getting the advanced copy of this album. And I got the artwork, which looks absolutely fantastic, but there's no album inside. You guys keeping this thing under wraps?
Yeah. That's our way to scam the world. Sell them the artwork and keep the record behind. It's this new technology.
No, it looks great. There's a baby on the cover. That couldn't possibly be anyone's child from within the band, is it?
That was Zach when he was a child.
Okay.
Zach was also the baby on the cover, Nevermind, if you remember that. That
he
was
hasn't aged
I was
all.
a baby model.
That was he.
And now I look like a big baby with still the head.
Great, though.
Yeah.
Now, the first single, Re-Education, what kind of lessons are we teaching with this album, gentlemen?
Oh, the first single, Re-Education Through Labor, actually, it struck me because it's still a form of punishment in China, mostly for petty thieves and prostitution, that kind of things, but it's just a serious form of persecution in China. And as I was reading it, it struck me that this is just, I can't believe this still exists in this world in 2008. And the more I thought about it, you know, I couldn't help but draw parallels between China's re-education camps and America's 9-to-5 system of do whatever you can to pay the mortgage way of life, you know? And so it's sort of exploring that theme of labor and what it means and what we all do every day to get by.
Marxism, right? Owning the means and rights of production.
It's yeah.
To go back to it. It's kind of ironic that, considering the nature of this band, that the album comes out and you're going on tour right around election time. Was that by design?
Sort of. We were hoping to be on tour like a month ago so we could register kids to vote at each of the dates.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the deadline is looming, and so we will only be able to register kids at a select number of shows before that deadline happens. But certainly just being on the road and being a presence in such an important time and such a historic election is something that, you know, we don't take very lightly.
You catch the debate?
We were on stage for some of it, but we caught a few darn rights. And then,
Hex. Got a lot of hex.
That accent.
A lot of heck of us.
A lot of Mavericks, too. A lot of Mavericks.
Yeah, a few Mavericks.
And Main Street. Main Street Americans.
Yeah.
I'm a Main Street American.
Speaking of President Kennedy, and you have at the beginning of your video, he said, if you make non-violent protests unavailable, then violent protest is inevitable.
That's right.
And I was wondering, you put that at the very beginning of your video. How was that significant to you guys as a band? Why do you have that there?
Well, it's real significant, especially to the video, because it really, in a way, it sums up the video. You know, the video is presenting this hypothetical situation where it's like, if you take people's voices away, which in a lot of ways America is doing today, then they will look for other outlets to make their voice be heard. And the worst possible scenario is if that outlet becomes violence. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think, you know, JFK nailed it on the head, where it's like, if you take nonviolent revolution away from people and don't let them do that, then they're going to seek other ways to do it, you know? And I think that the more our country, or more America goes in that direction, the more we're going to see people doing drastic things in drastic times.
Well, it's been, obviously, you're looking forward to the album coming out, as are your fans, as well as myself. But you guys haven't been here in a while, and I was wondering, over the past 2 years, what events have shaped the past 2 years of your life?
What events? Just like
well, I mean, what's been going on? I mean,
geez, we've been pretty busy. We got off the road last winter.
Made the record?
Yeah. Our drummer had a baby while we were gone. I had a baby while we were gone. His name is Zach, and we also.
I'm a big kid. I did not have a baby.
He did not have a baby.
I didn't have a baby.
No procreation.
No procreation on this end, and that's doing the world a favor.
What was the most difficult aspect of, I guess, putting this record together then, for you guys?
For me, it was the lyrics.
Yeah?
To be honest, yeah. It was just, we were writing so many songs, and I was just trying to keep up with the lyrics. We wrote something like 30 songs for this record, and I was just working overtime trying to keep up with the songs.
I felt so sorry for him. I mean, we're like, oh man, this is the record, it's gonna be great. And then we'd have a new idea and some cool song would come out, and we'd all just kind of look at Tim, just like, oh, sorry, dude. You know, here's another one.
You ever feel like you're up to your neck in music? I mean, the only parallel I can draw is, you know, you're cleaning your room or something, and you have stuff all over the place, and you look like you're never gonna get it cleaned. Do you ever feel like that, where you're making a record just up to your neck in music and melodies and lyrics, and you're like, oh my God, this is gonna take forever?
Yeah, it gets overwhelming, you know, because you're dealing with so many songs and ideas. You can't keep them all straight. Luckily, we have a great producer, Bill Stevenson and Jason Livermore, and they kind of steer the ship. They make sure someone's at the wheel, you know.
Who's your confidant when you guys are unsure about a song? Who outside the band and outside of producers do you play the music for to find out whether or not it's a keeper?
For me, it's my wife and Fat Mike.
He's brutally honest.
Fat Mike, really?
Yeah, Fat Mike.
No
is,
effects?
Yeah, no effects. Yeah, Fatty has always shot us straight.
Okay.
Whatever it is, like, Tim, this new record, it sucks. You know, he'll tell me what's going on. You know, he'll tell me what he thinks of the record. I don't think he's heard a lot of this one yet. I think he's heard a little bit of it, but he's always been real honest with us. You know, with everything. Yeah.
That makes two bands, yourself and Under Oath, right?
That he's been honest with.
A little too honest with us.
Yeah.
We have an audience question over here from Katrina. You have a question?
Of course.
What keeps you motivated when you're writing new music?
What keeps us motivated? Certainly our fans, you know, all of our amazing fans that are expecting the records and the shows and the music. That really keeps us motivated. That keeps me motivated because I know that, you know, we have so many amazing fans that have taken so much from this band, and it's really grown into something bigger than any of us could have possibly imagined. And so just delivering them something of quality, you know, that we feel proud to put our name on is probably one of the biggest motivating factors for me. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for your question. We have another question outside. You guys cool to go outside?
Let's do it.
Nice. Lexi right here in the front row has a question.
How you doing, Lexi?
What is making it big mean to you guys?
What is making it big mean to us?
Yeah.
What is making it big meant to us?
What is making it big mean to us?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, it's funny to look back at this band and realize that we play shows that are bigger than many of our favorite bands ever played. You know, we aspired to play, you know, 300-person clubs and, you know, hopefully sell it out one day. And now we're playing 3,000-person places, you know, and so it's almost like it's foreign territory, to be honest. It's like we don't understand, like, this whole weird thing that has been thrust upon us. But, you know, our fans have picked us to be that band, and so the least we could do is live up to their expectations.
But I tell you what, considering the social climate, it's great when a band such as yourselves makes it the platform that you guys have.
Yeah, you know, I grew up in a really cool Chicago hardcore scene where I learned so much from the bands and the singers of the day, and I always knew that if someone ever gave me a microphone, I would simply want to pass on that torch and that message and all the things that they shared with me. And like these punk bands, they are why I am who I am. And so given the opportunity to pass that on to the next generation is something that's so important, because at some point everybody here will inherit that and hopefully take it away from us when we're old and gray and keep going with it into the next generation.
All right, right now we are going to take a break. Actually, we're going to check out the number 8 video, but on the way, don't go anywhere. These guys are going to be performing.